Now at 10 o'clock, a new effort to require safe gun ownership statewide. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Lena Tillett.
And I'm Gerald Owen. State lawmakers have filed new legislation to enhance public safety by tracking lost or stolen guns. It's called the Jenesis Firearm Accountability Act, named after 8-year-old Jenesis Dockery, who was killed by a lost firearm. Only on WRAL, Willie Danley spoke to the girl's father and the bill's sponsor and joins us live from the legislative building. Willie, what did they tell you?
Well, Gerald, I spoke to the Dockery family, and they tell me that they want the tragic death of their daughter to mean something and to save lives. That's why they're excited about this legislation that will require gun owners to report lost or stolen weapons, in turn getting those weapons off of the streets and out of the wrong hands.
I got a call about an hour after I dropped her off stating that the babysitter saying, hey, my son brought a gun back from my dad's house, and she was frantic. And then she said Jenesis was shot.
It's been nearly 2 years since Vaughn Dockery's 8-year-old daughter Jenesis was killed after being shot by another child. He was a part of the WRAL documentary Unsafe, showing the devastating toll of youth gun violence. Dockery has since turned his pain into purpose by working on the Jenesis Firearm Accountability Act, which aims to enhance public safety by tracking lost or stolen firearms.
But maybe if there was some reporting of that weapon missing, that maybe the outcome could have been different.
Senator Val Applewhite is one of the bill's sponsors. She tells me if passed, the legislation would require firearm owners to report lost or stolen weapons within 48 hours of discovering that the weapon is missing.
From what I am hearing from law enforcement, a lot of the weapons that are found on the streets in criminal activity are weapons that have been stolen.
Both Senator Applewhite and Dockery want to be clear that the goal of this bill is not to infringe on anyone's Second Amendment rights. They call the legislation common sense and believe reporting lost or stolen weapons will lead to less accidents and crime, and also potentially save lives, like Dockery's daughter, Jenesis.
We believe the police department and the sheriff's department are going to want to know when these firearms are on the streets.
So what's next for this piece of legislation? Now that it has been filed, it has to go through the committee. Senator Applewhite tells me she believes in this bill and believes that it will save lives. Willie Danley, WRAL News, live outside of the state legislature.